Does the stream sound okay though, I hope? Can you just test it for me? Make sure like my mic is working. Okay. You could hear yourself, right? I hope. Alright, thanks, man. Let me up it. Test. Give me a test. My mic audio is this. There we go. Much louder. I don't think it's... Yeah. Do you hear the guy talking? Thanks, man. Okay. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
My Zen is very high now.
Very good. That was a good
Maximum
track, though.
Zen. That's a great track. That is a great track, isn't that?
Who is that? Who's who?
That's Purple. That's one of Purple Daughter's aliases, I believe. Yeah.
All those tracks are awesome. I'm very happy. Very happy.
Oh, looks like Purple Daughter is already turned in. Hello, Kissing for Company. We're
Hello.
listening to your music.
Yeah, I
What's
just saw. Thank you. Glad you like and stuff.
Yeah, it's great.
Amatropia is kind of a bit of a darker project. I try to keep the slightly more brooding stuff on that alias.
You didn't upload that song yet, did you?
Oh no, I didn't. I don't have the WAV file, and Skype's a bit funky.
Oh, that's
You want to do
true.
it?
Yeah, I got it. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it up just for now
Oh, okay.
and start with
Yeah, I don't know
that.
what's up with Skype. I mean, I get this weird thing now where I can't find out what folder it saves to. It's like I can only stream the files somehow.
Hmm.
And that's something new that has come with the update or something. It's completely ridiculous.
Okay. Oops. Okay. I gotta get the opening song ready to go.
Oh. Your opening song. Whoop.
Yep. Let's see. Okay, we got 4 minutes till showtime.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, there's a dollar store machine.
Who's the dollar store machine?
I guess
The
that's
question we all want to know.
That's mysterious.
Nice.
In a good way, you know?
Yes, good music.
Hmm.
Oh, so that's how you record. Oh.
Doing it live.
Fuck it. Do it live.
Countdown 3 minutes to snaring.
Do we have the intro track?
I got it all ready to Jimmy
You are-
Jam.
You are the best, man, because I'm not ready at all.
The IDM opening theme.
Thanks.
Del Dot's in the house.
Yo.
Hey.
Hey. Okay, I see. That's my computer, fam. Yeah, I'll turn it off once you're on the air.
You're about to fly away over there.
Yeah, I'm sitting right next to a jet, so excuse. It'll fly off in the next 3 hours or something.
Trying to fly away. Who do you think you are, Lenny Kravitz over there?
Well, my computer thinks it's Landy Kravitz.
Fair enough.
This is the forthcoming drone project.
Snareup.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 89 of Snareup. I am Dollarstore Keyboard. That is Whitley Striver, Divider, the Striver Divider. Oh, I get you two mixed up because there's a Whitley Striver and a Whitley Striver, and oh, I always thought it was the other way around, but I didn't want to add. So, how you doing, Whitley? You been to any good parties today? I've heard you talk about him. Timeless. That sounds like a timeless experience. Anybody else want to say hi before we get into some music?
Go.
Sven. A lot of Leica's here. And joining us soon is going to be Machine Girl. Had a new record out yesterday that is just fucking amazing. So that's very exciting for all of us. But I'm going to start with something exclusive, a collaboration with myself and Purple Daughter that nobody's heard until just now, and we're going to get things going with that. So I hope you enjoy.
Yo, the Machine Boys is here.
Oh, welcome to the Machine Boys.
Sup?
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh,
Please.
is this live?
We're live on the air right now.
Oh damn.
I know.
This is Matt from Machine Girl.
I'm Sean from Machine Girl.
Hello, Matt and Sean.
Lotta Laka said hi, Machine Girl.
I'm Coco from Dollarstore Keyboard. It's a pleasure to have you guys on. I picked up your new record yesterday, right when it came out. I snatched one of those gold tapes.
Yeah,
And
limited edition.
It's fucking phenomenal.
Thank you.
I've had it on loop like all day today.
Thank you. Yeah.
So how are you guys doing? You were just practicing?
Yeah, we're trying to run the set a few times this week before we hit the road.
Yeah, and you're going all over the place all through the winter.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a pretty big tour ahead of us.
I'd love to
Exciting.
hear. Yeah, do you? I mean, you want to? It doesn't. Does it even make sense to run it down? There's so many places.
No, yeah, it doesn't really make sense. Just I guess if you're in North America anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a chance to see you guys in Minneapolis last year. I think or last winter.
Oh yeah, the Murph Mansion.
Yeah, that was wow.
was
What
a
a scene!
That was a shit show.
And that was my introduction to your music, and I've been like a diehard fan ever since
Speakers
then.
exploding in a house show. That's definitely a good way to see it.
Yeah, you got like a good energy show and a bad like audio show because
Right.
like but who cares about how it sounds, you know?
No, I mean the energy, like it surpassed like any. I didn't even notice the audio was fucked up. Honestly, it was just so crazy to be in that jam-packed house.
Yeah, no, it was crazy.
I'd love to hear some stuff about the new record. How much of like the drums on that are live? It sounds like some of that's recorded live.
Yes, I would say about like 80% of it the live drums, and then there's like a few tracks where they're either just kind of like I don't like calling them filler tracks, but they're kind of the filler tracks. And there was one that was written like after we had already recorded the live drums. It's the
Mhm.
track Status. Like we kind of put that one together really last minute, so we just didn't have time to add the live drums.
And were you doing that on the last record too?
The live drums?
Yeah,
No, the last.
I didn't
record
think
was-
so.
Yeah.
And how was that like adapting that stuff to playing it live? Because I find that really interesting.
That's a question. Yeah, I'll let Sean answer that.
It was like a really lengthy process, and it took like many months. We had to re-record the drums like in three different times. Like we did it in like a studio, and we didn't think it sounded right, and then we did it like in a house with nice microphones, and it didn't really sound right. So then we did it like a third time, like just slowly sound checking while recording, and it was just like really tedious and kind of annoying. The album was supposed to come out a month ago, and like the drums like were like this final like epic challenge. So, but I'm happy with the way.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds. You guys really pulled it off. I didn't
you.
even realize at first. I mean, I had listened to it like 5 times today, and I was starting to realize more and more how much of it was actually played live, and it's really, really impressive.
Thank you. No, we definitely like lost like a lot of sleep trying to make it happen.
Yeah, it's well, your hard work definitely shows. Maybe we should play the opener from that right now,
Oh God.
or
Yeah.
or do you have a?
No, do it.
Do
That's
it.
a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we will come back after that. Machine Girl on Snareup.
All
Now, what's interesting about that song is you listen to it and you think, wow, this record like starts off full force and it couldn't possibly go anywhere from this, and then it just keeps getting more and more insane.
Yeah, that was the idea.
So how did Machine Girl start off? Was it out originally a solo project, or was it always a duo live, or?
Yeah, it was just me, Matt, for a few years. I actually yesterday was like on a nostalgia trip and like found some of like the earliest like images and stuff that I was like drawing up like with just like the name Machine Girl, because I like had the idea for the project like way before I had the skills to start making the music that I wanted to make under it. So like I used to kind of just like daydream and like doodle like Machine Girl logos and like make them on like Photoshop and shit. And then like it wasn't until probably like I think 2012 was like the first time I released anything as Machine Girl, or maybe 2013 actually. And then Wolf Girl came out the next year, and then it wasn't until 2015, like towards the end of that year, that it was like August that Sean like joined. Like I asked Sean to start playing drums for the live show, and yeah, it was a long journey to get the drums actually in the recorded music. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. The cover art is amazing on it too. Who did that?
Me. That was I made it in February when I was trying to come up with like a tour shirt design for like our tour in the spring, and I just started making that image because I just thought it would be funny and cool to like kind of make this like melty acid visuals but like made out of dogs.
Yeah.
I'm tapping in here to let everybody know that Matt only owns Wolf t-shirts.
Oh.
That's not true. I'm wearing a shirt with bunnies on it right now. So yeah, that's not true. They're all forest creatures though. Yeah, but I eat all. Yeah, but I'm not vegan, so I do eat animals, and one day I will consume a wolf.
Oh. Are you gonna
like the
claim
whole
that?
thing.
Are you gonna claim that wolf's life, like with your own hands too, and really like?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to a restaurant and ordering wolf. I'm gonna like go into the woods and fucking like tear that shit open with my bare hands.
Yeah, that's the proper way to do it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a few tours from now. The middle of the tour. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, that's gonna be like when all my gimmicks like are up and people like, yeah, as like the sham of Machine Girl slowly like unravels.
Wait till you're in like your late 50s, and that can like really get like a nice little revival.
I think it's gonna be like next year.
It'll get the name back out there.
Like 6 months from now. But yeah, I'm gonna live stream it, so sell that. I'm gonna do like what it was, Soldier Boy. I'm just gonna like charge like 99 cents a view, pay-per-view event, UFC, me versus a live wolf. It's gonna be sick. But yeah, so I made that design like in February without the intention of it being the album cover, but the image was like so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I definitely like.
Yeah, wait 1 second.
Well, but I like the idea that he finished the album cover like way before the album was ever finished, and we kind of like worked on the album knowing that it had to sound like a face covered in dogs. Very motivating, and I think that's a good strategy to making a record.
Well, that's the same way Machine Girl started in the first place.
Exactly. It's a very image based. It's like I'm a very visual person, so like a lot of my music stems from like an image or something.
Are there any visual artists you'd say like strongly influenced where all this came from?
Yeah, like a lot of I mean, like people like it's from all different visual mediums. So like, obviously a big one that uh at least a while ago I was doing a lot more like anime type shit because it's very like
Mhm.
cyberpunk and stuff.
Sure.
And other like no one in particular that I can really name, but like, a lot of graphics I would see, like graphic designers, like other album covers that I was obsessed with when I was a kid and shit. And like I would say one person that like recently I like was thinking about because they've influenced me like period, like in all my artistic endeavors, but like Brian Chippendale from Lightning Bolt. Like Sean and I are
Oh,
both
yeah.
huge Lightning Bolt fans, and like his visual art matches his drumming a lot, which is that like there's like no space. Everything is like taken up with like something, it's like they're very dense. It's very yeah, it's a small palette, but it's a very like dense image or song with like the amount of like small details and stuff. And so like what I really liked about this image was that like it's kind of like from far away, it's like a clear image, like it's a face and you like
Yeah.
get that like immediately. But if you keep looking at it, there's like all these kind of like it just kind of goes deeper and deeper. And I like to make my music that way as well.
Yeah. You thought about printing up posters of that? Because I would love to have that on my wall.
Maybe. Yeah. We have no plans of that, but yeah, that's not a bad idea. Like, yeah, I might do that. It'll be on vinyl at some point.
Oh, wonderful. That's exactly, I was thinking that I wish this was coming out on vinyl so I could have a larger version of this. So that's good to know.
Yeah, I don't know when that's happening, but that'll probably happen very soon. Like at least like pre-orders are like the shit starting to get made,
Mhm. Cool. Any current musicians that really like motivate you that you've seen live or are a big fan of that kind of like keep your drive towards making things just like more and more intense and evolving your sound, because it's really become quite distinct at this point, I would say.
Yeah, I would say like there's a lot of bands and stuff that are like I would call our peers and stuff and like doing similar things but in total like a similar palette but completely different experiences and stuff, but like things that have definitely like influenced me. Like we played a really amazing show in New York the last time we were there at Trans Pecos with like Dream Crusher and Deli Girls and Kill Alters, and all those acts are like should be huge headlining acts. Like they're all doing completely unique things that are I think totally new and forward thinking, and each one is like really pushing the envelope and boundary of this like aggressive dark electronic music. Yeah, it's all like electronic based. It's all very like it takes a lot from like noise music and stuff.
Aggressive vocals, all aggressive vocals on top of electronic music. That's now like there's like it's clear that there's a lot of options and there's like a large handful of bands that are doing it in a different way and they're all pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it's not coming across like just like yeah, exactly. There's not like a genre. It's all genreless, which I think is really cool. And of course, like the more that this shit is happening, because it is happening more and more, and I know that like the more that we're touring, we keep seeing more bands that are doing like similar stuff. Whether it's and obviously like the one of the big sort of precursors or like the first bands to do this, at least get really big off of it, is like Death Grips. It's like kind
Yeah.
of the most well known for this style, whatever it is.
I definitely could hear the influence on some of the older stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, like on an artistic level, I think that they're just like on some other shit, on some like really next level stuff. We definitely are big fans of them, if it's not entirely obvious.
Well, I would say at this point, I wouldn't draw any comparisons. But other than the fact that like Death Grip shows and Machine Girl shows are just incredibly like cathartic experiences, and they're very useful in that way, in a similar way. But other than that, like musically, I would say, especially with this new record, like I feel like it's really, things are really coming together.
Yeah, we're definitely like, well, we're not really making like a super conscious decision not to sound like them, but like you know, I definitely like am like trying to do our own thing like more and more, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I've got an excellent new song by ORMD, who I know you guys are friends with.
Snap.
Yeah, and I have him to thank for seeing you guys last winter.
He also saved the album, which is like important. He really like literally like was just in our house for like a few days and helped us sound check and like helped give us really good ideas for how to make the drums sound better. He's definitely like that drum sound is like mostly him. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, wow.
He really helped us. Like he did a huge solid.
He's very modest about that then, because I didn't realize that. I did see his name on the credits, and he did some engineering on the last one, I think, too.
Yeah. Yes, with the last one, he helped with the vocals a bit, and then I like kind of fucked up everything he did. And on this one, he helped with the drums, and yeah, he helped us a lot because we were struggling to get the drums to like fit with the music for like quite a while.
So I've got a song by ORMD called "Ignorance is Bliss" from his upcoming EP. And we're gonna listen to that right now. Well, we're back. That was
Lana
ORMD
Lincoln
with
said
Ignorance
nice.
is Bliss from Minneapolis. That is from an EP that'll be coming out later on in the future. Thanks for chiming in, Lala Laika. We're here. Hi, I'm Dollarstore Keyboard. We're here with Machine Girl tonight. Thank you so much, Machine Girl, for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, it's our pleasure. So I want to talk about fuck your guns. So it's fuck your guns.
Fucking again.
Don't be a mailman.
Yeah.
What's the next line?
Fuck you again. Yeah, going postal sucks.
Going postal sucks. Okay. I find that song very interesting. Do you? I don't know if you like to talk about the lyrics or anything, but do you have anything to say about that one in particular?
Yeah, it's like anti incel school shooter track, because I think that male entitlement specifically is a big cause of entitlement, and people specifically teenage boys, and just these frustrated, incredibly narcissistic in a way, men lash out because they don't know how to express themselves or vent in a healthy way, and then they have these extreme acts of violence that are just unfathomable that anyone justifies themselves for this. There was the Toronto killer who didn't even kill anyone with a gun, but the guy who ran over a bunch of people in the van, the shooter in Texas, the kid in Florida. I don't know. And and the big one is the one from a few years ago that kind of ignited, I think, a little bit of a movement, a really fucked up movement. The one from Santa Barbara, I think. Is that where it was? Where the kid made the YouTube video of him talking into the camera.
Right.
I think it's Santa Barbara. Yeah, somewhere in Southern California, but it was really fucked up. And yeah, so the song is kind of about that, and the last line of the chorus is "play with your own squishy," which I stole from Outkast, from one of my favorite albums, Love Below. But it's it's taken in a way that it's kind of just just go fucking, if you're that sexually pent up, just go fucking jerk off. Yeah, fuck your gun. I didn't think about it like that, but yeah. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Go fuck your gun. Yeah, exactly. That's ultimately it's learn to kind of be okay with yourself, because I think a lot of that, all of it is really comes down to that, is just these people have no self-worth, and it's if you find self-confidence and the ability to love yourself, I think a lot of the frustrations that these people feel will kind of be answered, will answer themselves,
Yeah.
it's just it's a human thing, that it's way easier to connect with other people when they are, you sense a confidence in themselves, or they have a strong self identity, and it's when you love yourself, it's easier to love other people and stuff, and all that kind of corny shit. So yeah, it was a song about that. The verses are the perspective of an incel character, kind of being if you don't do this for me, I'll kill you, blah blah blah. It's pretty dramatic stuff. And then the choruses are trying to be more what the hell are you doing? Yeah, it's like the voice of reason, and then the vocals at the end are the incel again, like having like a sort of moment of clarity. Yeah, which literally the lyrics are like clarity.
Yeah. Do you ever publish the lyrics?
No, but I will for this one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there'll be. I think like tonight or tomorrow, I'm gonna throw it on the whole thing on YouTube, and I'll put all the lyrics like in the description or something.
Yeah, is there any kind of like theme going through this one? Because honestly, like, there's so much happening that I'm barely taking in the lyrics still after listening to it multiple times.
There like kind of is and kind of isn't. Like it's still kind of like a continuation of the last one. Like this album to me is kind of almost like a reboot of the last album in a lot of ways. Like I feel like this one I tried to do the same thing as the last one, but just like way better in my opinion. So a lot of it's kind of that. Like I like the idea of like everyone's imperfect and shit, and it's just kind of like embracing a lot of your imperfections and your ugliness, because we're all kind of ugly, whether it's the inside or the outside. So I liked kind of like I kind of liked like that point, like using that as like a point of a place to like take strength and power from. I don't know.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some delay effect going on here. Anything else you want to say about the new record while we're on the topic? I think we're going to play some more songs from it and get those queued up. Anything particular you want to hear or you want people to hear? Because you've heard it.
Yeah, no, put on whatever ones like you particularly like, because
here we go.
I swear, I will get a gun and I will shoot myself in the head.
Boy, what entertainment!
All my loved ones flash before my eyes. Sickos.
It's a bug trap. Death by poison. It's a bug trap. You know the poison you do. Know that I got Russian now. Know that I got Russian now. Know that I got Russian now. It's a
Well, how do you like that? That's really something. We've been listening to songs by Machine Girl off the Ugly Art. We're here with Matt and Sean. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us. Sean left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. That'll happen. That's what band happens when you have a band, right?
Yeah. And
People
also
just
when you do
disappear.
an interview in your house, because just wanted to take a shower.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to keep you too much longer. I'm sure you have showering to do yourself.
Yeah, I don't really shower.
Oh, okay. Is there anything else you want to say about the new record or about you? Do you want to like divulge anything personal to
Kill
us?
switch cat
just
and
kind of for
carrot
fun,
dot carrot
or-
said ask the questions.
Not really, but I guess if you have any other questions about the album or like anything Machine Girl related, now's your chance.
Is anybody else in here with me? We don't have any. I know we did have one community question from Canton. She wanted to know what you eat that gives you so much energy to keep doing more and more energetic music.
Well, to be honest, my diet sucks, and I need to start eating better because I eat a bunch of fucking bullshit right now. Especially on tour, we eat really bad. But I try to eat a lot of veggies, but I fail most of the time and end up eating. Like last night, I was gonna cook myself a meal, and then instead I got dragged to like the Ace Hotel by a friend, and I ended up having a fucking like expensive corn dog that I didn't pay for. My friend paid for it. But yeah, I do drink a lot of coffee, like way too much coffee, which probably explains a lot about the music. But yeah, I'm usually during the day like super caffeinated and like very like high strung.
Mm-hmm.
Right now I'm coming down from my coffee drinking, so chilling out.
I imagine your work schedule is quite rigorous as far as making music and recording and
Yeah, I work a lot on on this shit. I worked a lot on this album. Like I probably put a lot more time into this one than the last one. I'm trying to like ultimately work smarter and not harder.
Mhm.
Trying to like use my time more wisely in the future. Because sometimes I just kind of get into like bad like loops of kind of just like not really doing anything productive for the song or in general. But I've been better recently about not falling into those.
Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you on. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been and the new record, I can't stress enough like how much it was really fun yesterday to pick that up right when it came out and then to get a message saying that Machine Girl wanted to come on the show. So I appreciate your time. I want to play a song by Woody now. You know Woody.
Whoa, yeah, Woody's the
Just
shit.
Yeah, Woody's the best. I just had a chance to see Woody in Minneapolis maybe a month ago, and that was
Sick.
one of the best shows I've seen in a long damn time.
Cool.
So we're gonna listen to Hell
Kill switch cat and carrot
off
dot
of
carrot
Relentless
said
Kick
red
Drum.
lobby.
By Woody. It's also from your area. I imagine you guys have played shows together.
Yeah, we actually played in Pittsburgh together like a year ago. That was the last time we played together. That was actually the first time we played together and the last time. So we've only done it once. But hopefully it'll happen a lot more because, yeah, we're both big Woody fans. And obviously there's a lot of crossover between our music.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
for sure.
there'll be Woody Machine Girl shows soon.
Oh, I hope one of those happens around me.
Hey, Omni.
Oh,
sorry.
Ladalaika. Yeah.
Hey, sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. This has been a great interview, and I'm really enjoying listening to it. But Lobby is setting itself on fire. I think there's some people that might want to ask some questions, too. Sorry. They're just it blew up for a second.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, do you have them in front of you? You want to read some questions?
Oh, God. Sure.
Oh, talking about Ladalaika. You got any there? I didn't know I didn't know this was happening.
Yeah. Where are the questions?
Oh, okay. So,
okay, I see it. What made
uh,
you make another vocal album that the last one was so difficult to make? Did it get easier, or are you just sadistic? Yeah, mostly sadistic. This one was so much more of a pain in the ass to make. What's it called? Yeah, mostly because of the drums, but the vocals by the end of this one, I started to get comfortable like recording them and shit. Like the last one, I was really like did not like recording the vocals. I still don't like it, but it's easier for me to do now. So it got easier, and I'm excited to continue to like develop the vocal sound. So yeah. What is I don't know, fuck that question. Digital
that was
hardcore. Yeah.
that was a good one. I'm trying to figure out how many more of these are sincere or are just fun, dumb questions.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too. How do I open a CSV file in Microsoft Excel? You gotta boof it. Will there ever be a Gemini 2? Not a direct sequel, maybe a prequel or something. But yeah, I will be making like the instrumental dance music again soon. Kevin and I were actually just talking about that. I'm actually like really excited to start working on that kind of shit. I'm hoping to maybe do another. I did like a whole mix of instrumental shit called like MRK mix or Merc mix. And I'm gonna try to make another one of those hopefully for the end of this year. But I don't know if I'll have time. But that's one of my goals is to try to do another mix like that. So, do you get your best? Yeah.
Oh, I was just wondering if you're using different tools when you do that kind of stuff, or using like different hardware.
No, it's the same shit. It's all like Ableton shit with some plugins and stuff, but it's mostly Ableton shit and samples and stuff. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am. Yeah, let me see. Did Dwight work on this one? Yes, we were saying that earlier. Dwight helped us miraculously. Dwight was there when we were about to re-record the drums, and Dwight just happened to be on tour at our apartment and helped us record and mix the drums that are on the album. Although I think if he stayed longer, the drums would have sounded even better because I probably like diminished their quality on my own, like not knowing what the fuck I was doing. So hopefully maybe we'll get more Dwight in the future. But all right, let me see. Am I gonna reprint the tour sweater? I don't know which tour that is, but maybe not. These are the snarpiest questions ever.
And you said that so the new album cover was a shirt. Is that something that already happened, or was that?
That will happen. That we're gonna be selling, like that'll be the tour shirt for this tour. Is gonna be that on the front, and then the tour design that I posted online like a month ago. That'll be on the back it'll be a long sleeve, and then after the tour, online I'll be selling those. There should be a bunch of shit going on. Do I have tinnitus? I have horrible tinnitus, and it's probably gonna fucking kill me. It's lethal tinnitus.
Mine's acting up from listening to your new record all day and headphones.
Yeah, my tinnitus. Yeah.
Here's a good question. Describe your sleep patterns.
Bad.
Oh,
really bad. Yeah, I sleep like shit. I go to bed at like fucking 5 a.m, like 6 a.m, or later. And wake up in the afternoon. It's hard because like I'm unemployed right now, so I have like no motivation really to get up early. And on top of that, both Sean and my other roommate Mel, all three of us kind of do the same shit. So like we all wake up at the morning for our apartment is like 2 p.m. It's not good.
Do you remember
Sorry.
Oh no, I was wondering if you remember your dreams.
Oh yeah, I have fucked up dreams. I gotta start writing that shit down. I have the craziest dreams. Actually, some of the lyrics in this album I just took from like describing like the things happening in my dreams. Like one of the lyrics in the last song is cutting off 3 of my fingers, and that was because I had this like weird dream that Sean and I were like running away from this like stalker person in like some city, running across the highway, and they're standing there like menacingly like cutting through their fingers with like these giant scissors, and like I could see like the bones breaking and stuff. It was like really fucked up. But uh yeah. So yeah, I do have fucked up dreams. I don't even know. I don't think that really has anything to do with the sleeping pattern because I've always had that shit, but yeah.
You ever experience lucid dreams?
Only a very like not a lot, like maybe once. I want to have more though. Me and Bonnie Baxter, who's a good friend of mine from Kill Alters, we had a conversation once about that shit because she like was able to do it, and she was telling me like all this like lucid dream like shit. Like yeah, I don't know. There's like rules to it and stuff. It's very interesting.
Yeah. There's some pretty easy ways to kind of train your brain to do it without like having to put too much thought into it, but you still have to like be on top of that.
Yeah.
Well, that seems like a perfect question to wrap this up with, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else you want to?
Yeah, I'll just say, do I think Melonhead will finally review your album? I don't know, and I don't know if he'll like it, and frankly, I don't care.
Oh, I don't even know who a Melonhead is. So there you go.
Lotta Leka said shots fired.
Oh!
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We're going to play a Woody track now. Oh, oops. In a second when I find it again. And then we're going to play a song off my record that came out a couple months ago featuring Kebris. Are you guys Kebris fans at all?
Yes. Rest in peace.
Yeah. So that'll be coming up after that. And oh shit, I lost it. Anything else you want to say while I find this Woody song? Hold on, I'm just gonna play my song first, and then we're gonna listen to Woody. And thank you.
Thank you. See y'all if you're in North America soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Bring me tissues.
Is that what you want when you're on tour? Any accoutrement that fans can bring for your blessings?
Yeah, bring me tissues, and people sometimes bring us like what's the word? Not like a relic, but like or an idol, but like give us like magical objects, like bless them and bring them to us. People give us like old PlayStation games and shit. Like we use that to like channel our energy and to protect our van.
Oh.
From like evil spirits, which there's a lot out there in North America.
Is it because there's a mirror kind of to the bottom of the discs and that helps ward them off? Or I mean, I'd love to hear all about this.
No, I just think it's like when that object has like a special. Yeah, it's like an omen. It's like the object needs to be like. I think just the passing of the object as a gift and as like a token of like thanking, like gratitude from like a fan or something to us, it like bestows like special attributes and like it like augments our van, like in an RPG or something. Like we get like our the gas mileage like is so much better when we have like more PlayStation, like old shitty PlayStation games in our car. We keep a copy of Twisted Metal 2. That's like the core. That's like the engine of the car is like Sean's childhood copy of Twisted Metal 2.
That's probably the black bottom disc too, huh?
Maybe, yeah. We don't even look at the disc. I think we're scared if we open it and look like the spell is broken and like we're gonna, crash like in the middle of fucking like Idaho or something.
that's what that show Black Mirror is about, is those PS1 black discs.
Oh.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That
Well-
explains so much. No wonder
where's a
I
good
love
place?
that show.
But where's a good place people can find tour dates? Facebook? Probably Facebook. Go like Machine
Facebook.
Girl on Facebook.
Go to any of our social media and find them. Well, I'm still finding and posting Facebook events for our shows, so like check up like over the course of the next week. If your show in your city is not up yet, it will be, I assure you.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward next time you come to Minneapolis, very much so.
Yes.
And
same.
thanks for being here. It's been a pleasure. We're going to get back to playing some music now, and then we're going to do some brain dance news.
Whoa.
Like we do, keep everybody up to date. So
Lana
thanks to
Lakers
Machine
said
Girl.
whoa.
I'm going to listen to a Dollar Store keyboard song called Ignamus Armored Safari. Then we're going to play some Woody, and then it's going to be the news. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I pushed the wrong button again. All right. Thanks, everybody, for...
Seamless.
Thank you.
That was Woody out of Philly with Hell from Relentless Kick Drum. Came out last month. Get on it. Now we got some Braindance news. Give me that Braindance news.
Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Graystar. This is episode 10 for Snareup, episode 89. And in Braindance news, there's a new release from UK-based producer Utopia Cloak.
My name's Utopia Cloak, the artist formerly known as Windows 97. You might have known me from there. I changed it fairly recently. Producer from, well, I'm not originally from Bristol in the UK, but I'm based here at the moment. And I'm making, I don't know, a kind of maybe lo-fi sounding, someone described it as quite cinematic IDM. I guess I started making music in the year 2000 maybe, after I got into Aphex through a strange series of events. There was, me and my friend were both into the same girl, and she had a boyfriend. And we did some research on her boyfriend, and I think on his band's website, he said he was into Aphex Twin, and we were like, who is this guy? We must find out so we can steal his girlfriend. So I went and bought the Come to Daddy EP, and my mind was blown. I mean, I was kind of in punk bands, and I was into a lot of punk and alternative rock at the time. And yeah, Come to Daddy just blew me away, and then from there, I kind of went down the Aphex rabbit hole. When you get that inspired by an artist, I think you have to try and make something, you know, and that's kind of how it started for me. I'd never heard anything like it. It was, I mean, growing up in England, there was still sort of the remnants of rave, so I was quite accustomed to dance music, but growing up on guitar music, dance music was almost a sworn enemy of guitar music. So it was interesting to find Aphex and hear dance music that was maybe a bit more considered, a bit more, yeah, just a bit more interesting. And it's a hard listen, and it was at first. It grows into something incredible, yeah. Haze was basically, there was one afternoon in summer, and there's a big field down near where I live, and it's got this really tall kind of grass in it. And I went down there after work in the blazing heat and ate some food and just fell asleep in the middle of this field. And I kind of woke up, and it was getting dusky, and there was kind of flies and, you know, there's kind of midges in the air, and everything just looked really soft. And I sort of ran home like, how can I capture this? How can I do this? And that's when I started on the track Haze. I just wanted it to sound that kind of soft focus. There's a lot of field recordings in there. I went on a kind of trip around Europe on a lot of trains this summer. I went away for 3 weeks and recorded a lot of train sounds, that kind of mechanical, pulsing, percussive sound, and that underpins a lot of stuff I've been working on lately, actually. And lots of recording in actual fields as well. We're out in the wilderness in Poland. It's like a real snapshot of a period of time, really, between June and late August this year. All the songs came together very quickly, uncharacteristically quickly, because I had a lot of source material already. I'd done a lot of the field recordings. I'd been prepping a lot of drums and stuff, trying to get more organised with samples and making samples. I bought this Waldorf rocket synthesizer, and I made a big pack of percussion samples, and a lot of that sort of makes up the drums of it. The EP, I wanted it to be really consistent. I wanted it to have a definite sound about it, and hopefully be a little bit different to a lot of other stuff. I think it's good to limit yourself. If you can get a folder of samples that are good and say, I'm going to stick to these, I find that helps me a lot. I force myself to work fast now as well. If I'm spending too long on a certain part, I'm like, move on. Do something else. To be honest, track titling is something I do at like a really early stage. If I save something, I quickly save it, and it's kind of some subconscious maybe extraction from the music I'm making. Probably the most connected song to its title is Youth, the last track. which actually is from, I sort of tacked that onto the end. I actually made that song about 2 years ago, but never did anything with it. I just bought that PO12 pocket operator drum machine. It's got this great bit crusher button that gives it this really crunchy percussion, and I went absolutely silly with that for ages, and all of my tracks had way too much of it on it. But I dug through a few of them for something to put on the end of this EP, and that youth one really stood out. It kind of does sound very nostalgic and soft, and like you would want a track at the end of an EP to sound, I guess. So yeah, I like Youth. It's kind of I guess it has a bit of a naivety about it as well. Like, I think I've learned a lot more about making music in the last few years, and I made it on Cubase SX2, a crap copy I got years and years ago. So it's a very rudimentary track, but I really like that one. This release, so a while ago on SoundCloud, a message popped into my inbox. This was maybe January, from Film Records. So I think they'd added me as a friend, and I logged into SoundCloud and I saw that little orange dot on the message thing. So I looked at that, and the guy Daniel from Film said, "Hey, how do you fancy releasing some stuff for Film?" And I was like, "Yes, that would be good." I had a bunch of stuff that I hadn't used for anything. A couple are on SoundCloud, but a lot not. So I sent a lot of tracks over, and we picked out a track listing of 6 tracks. That's going to be an actual physical release, which is hopefully coming out on November the 9th. It's been a really long wait, actually. We started talking about it in February, but I think it takes a while to get records pressed up now. It's a bit busier these days. So that's super exciting to be able to hold a record in my hands, you know. Last year, one of my friends who sort of dragged me out of my musical retirement a few years ago, he started a little label. They released a few tapes. The label's called Cold Light. It's a Bristol-based thing, but he was mainly into putting on nights. So I did 3 or 4 live shows. The first one, I didn't bring a computer along. It was kind of crazy. I did it with an old Korg Electribe, and I sequenced MIDI out to a Waldorf Blofeld and a micro Korg, and then I had a drum machine. And I was, basically trying to sequence it all out from this master Electribe. And so I did the first show with that, but like I had to write down every setting, and it was just painful I got so nervous trying to make sure that everything was on the right page on the synths and the Electribe. The next ones I did, I basically DJ'd it off a laptop and played along with it on a keyboard. I guess just thanks for talking to me. I've enjoyed your show, so it's nice to be a part of it. And look out for that record coming out on Film next month. And I've got a couple of things up on Bandcamp to check out as well. So thanks very much.
To end off Braindance news, there's Terence Fixmer's Through the Cortex, released on Osgut Ton, a German label. Here's an excerpt from A Halo Somewhere. Enjoy. Alright then, that's it for Braindance News this episode. Braindance News is an auxiliary segment of the interactive online radio show Snareup. Check the description for a link to Snareup, credits for all the people who helped out, including Mouse and Utopia Cloak, who I interviewed, as well as all the releases I've mentioned in this episode. Again, I'm your host, Graystar. Thank you all for listening. It has been great making this show. Snareup.
For millennia, there was only We Are the Music Makers. Over the course of time and threads about butts, a troll arose. Out of those trolls there came forth a cheeky, derriere-minded troll whose butt just would not quit. Then, born of prophecy was a chosen progeny. Snareup. Over time and relentless repetition, it became a wad of meme that just would not quit. Snareup. And now, Snareup Radio will do what must be done to fulfill the prophecy. Saturday, December 1st. The Butt Special. With Whitley Strieber and Catton as your butt guides. Additional special guests to be announced. Community butt-related tracks and remixes welcome. Visit snareup.com for all your butt-related needs. The Butt Special. Coming to a Twitch stream near you.
That was Danny with Acorn from VH. New record, I highly recommend it. And in other amazing new music news, just listen to this. New FX BIP just came out. ultimate lushness, FX Bip. Let's go back to Machine Girl Town one more time.
Lotta Leka said seamless.
That was Gareth Clark. That was Gareth Clark with Klubaka. The new song he put on his SoundCloud. You guys should check that out. Now we're listening to Dollarstone Keyboard. We're about to close up this night soon. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks to Machine Girl. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Willie. This song is called I've Been Nostalgic Since the Day I Was Born. Uh-oh. Well, the closing theme is playing, as well as the Kebra song that I picked. Thank you for listening, everybody. I'm Dollarstore Keyboard, and this sounds like when... So I'm glad that you guys can get an idea of where my music's coming from. Thanks to Machine Girl. I love all of you. I love you, Kebras. I miss you.
State your name and power. I am the Waffler. With my griddle of justice, I bash the enemy in the head, or I burn them like so.
Next.
Hi, I am Pencilhead.
And I am son of Pimplehead.
We erase crime.
2 generations of...
Right.
Yes, thank you.
I'd say there's potential.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking down with her finger and her thumb.
Play the fucking closer. Play the fucking closer. Why the fuck do I do this show if you can't even fucking play the fucking closer?
So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. But the media men beg to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. My world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star.